I'm Dr. Jenine Beekhuyzen, lead author of the book Qualitative Data Analysis with NVivo, 4th edition. So here we are on our Windows platform of NVivo, and we're talking about folders, sets, and cases. So each of these are ways for us to organize our data in NVivo. So files are a way for us particularly to organize different file types. So you may see in the sample project, we've got data organized according to interviews, literature, news, and surveys and socials. So these are useful for us to, for instance, group all of our interviews together, and now we can search just what happened in the interviews versus what was said in the surveys. We've also got folders of codes, but these are more auto codes. But what you might find with our regular codes is we have these little plus signs and hierarchies, which kind of act like folders. In NVivo, we have sets, so we have static sets, which are ways of organizing our data based on, more arbitrary ways of grouping things. So I can create a new static set and call it for Jenine. And in here, what I can do is, I may have created this one already, and what I can do is allocate items to myself for coding. So it's a bit of a shortcut to items, and I can do that for each of my team members. I can also do a dynamic set, and the dynamic set is a way of doing things in that grouping based on attribute values. So you'll see there are a number of them here, and there's a really great list here of all the codes, all the files, and all the things that you're working with, and some real numbers here. And lastly, if we talk about cases, cases are a way of organizing our data, essentially by people and places. So people and places, think of what your unit of analysis is. Often it's an individual, often it's a group, a community, an organization, or more. And see who you have some of the people organized individually, and we can also then allocate groups and attributes and do other things with our cases. So they're a great way for us to not only group everything about that person in one place, you may have multiple documents, but we can then also add attributes, which we find via those properties on that right click and coming down and our attribute values of things about them. So hopefully that's a useful starting point for kicking off our folders, sets, and cases.